There were 156 homes that sold for over $1 million here in the Spokane, Washington area in 2023. And today we're gonna look at the top 10 most expensive home sales of the year. This video will not only show you what luxury real estate looks like here in Spokane, Washington, because I can tell you it's a lot different than California and Seattle, plus a lot cheaper, but also where luxury real estate is happening in our area. If you are somebody that is in this price point, you're gonna notice that a lot of these houses are kind of selling in the same areas. And so it'll help you kind of narrow down the location that you're looking for the type of house that you're looking for. So if you do have this budget, I think this video will be very helpful. But if you also just love looking at really cool houses, then there's definitely some really awesome ones in this video as well. So stick around. So number 10 on the list was, I think the People's Choice Award was this house on Green Bluff. If you're not familiar with Green Bluff, go search it. You can find it in other videos of mine, but it's basically a farm area northeast of Spokane where you can go pick, you can be your best Instagram self, go pick peaches off the tree, get your pumpkin patch vibes on. It's a beautiful area, but this was a farm on Green Bluff that sold this year for $1.95 million, 3,800 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. And so it's a 1900s farm. It's like the farm's been running for a very long time, but it's a new construction farmhouse with a new barn that has a shop, like a storefront in it to sell the product, and then an additional shop barn out back as well. But I think that this, if you're somebody that like wants to own a farm or something like this owning one on Green Bluff is basically like guaranteed customers because it's so trendy in our area to go up there, specifically in the summer and the fall. But I think that they did a great job of keeping this house very classic, keeping the farmhouse character and incorporating the views of the Green Bluff Palouse like into the home very well. So, but you have beautiful kitchen, tongue and groove ceiling, the beam structure throughout is super awesome. I love how big this island is with all the seating available. I think they did a great job of making this house a little bit more timeless versus more modern and trendy. I love when they take old furniture like this and make it into a vanity space in the bathroom. You got the clawfoot tub, custom walk-in tile shower there. So tons of great work around this house. But yeah, it's not like the most modern house or high-end, I guess, by any means. You get 10 acres of fruit trees, and this was kind of a business purchase as well, but it says that there were apple, peach, pear, and cherry trees on this property. So super cool. So very unique property. Not very many like it in our area just because there's only a handful of farms up there that would come for sale and be so dialed in like this one is. Number 9 is a little bit more of a mid-century modern vibe, and it is in one of these areas you're gonna start noticing that houses sell quite frequently in this price point. So right off of the Palouse Highway, which is south of the South Hill, you can see it. You can take the road straight from downtown all the way until it becomes the Palouse Highway, and lots of houses between Moraine Prairie to Valley Ford, Micah. There's gonna be a lot of options for more of this luxury price point if that's something you're looking for. You also have the Hangman Valley area right here, which has a lot of luxury properties as well. So this area kind of in between 195 and 27 lends itself to being more of a luxury location in Spokane. But this is also on 10 acres, 10 and a half acres. It's almost 5,700 square feet, which is just massive. 4 beds, 5 baths, 3 family rooms. It's a kind of mid-century modern rancher, and so you have like 2,500 square feet on one level. So it is just expansive, and when you see it from the back, you can see just how massive this house is. But you've got the sunken living room, a little bit more modern design here, tongue and groove ceiling again, and I love this double-sided fireplace that's kind of a centerpiece in the room here. But again, you're gonna notice a little bit more classic design, like more timeless design, which I think is great for some of these more expensive houses to hold their value, is not going super trendy or anything like that, but just making sure everything is done to the highest degree. They really love their fireplaces in this house. There's one on the exterior, and I think there's another one in the primary bedroom. You have this complete wraparound balcony area, and then into this outdoor area with the pool, the pergola for shade, things like that. But just, it really is a good living house. Like you could very much live here very comfortably, but lots of cool features throughout this property as well. Like this sunken jacuzzi tub has the corner windows, and you get those Palouse prairie views as well. But just amazing amenities like this massive primary walk-in closet, things like that. handful of offices in here. It seems like they're maybe work from home, but every room just has an awesome view of the prairie because it's very flat, just kind of rolling hills, and you can see forever. I think that's like the 4th or 5th fireplace we've seen in this property. Has a kitchenette in the basement, so you can do like an in-law setup or just for entertaining while you're out in the pool area. Built-in sauna, gym, so it really has a ton of amenities. So even though you're kind of a little bit of a drive from town, probably not a lot of reasons to leave this property by any means. So that's that one. Now, number 8 on the list brings us to the east side of Spokane County and is actually a property directly on Liberty Lake. And so we're increasing price point. We're just slightly under $2 million at 1.998. This is on 1/3 of an acre, so a lot less land, but it is Liberty Lake Waterfront, which is super rare and valuable here in our area. This is actually an older home too, built in 1956 at 4,400 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. So even though a lot smaller than the last two, it's just really this waterfront that you are paying for because this is such a rare thing. So you pull up to the property, greeted by the 3-car garage, and what's really cool is you have like these 2 90-degree buildings here. This is the house, the garage, I think like pool house area, and these surround the pool. So there's like a nice little courtyard where you have your own pool that you can swim in, or you can take the stairs down and go swim in the lake. So whatever you're feeling that day, fresh water or chlorinated, I don't know, this could be fresh water, but controlled water, I'll say. Whatever you're feeling, this would be a great property to have a lot of options in the summertime. So again, more tongue and groove ceiling. It's a common design apparently in some of these larger houses. Beautiful fireplace in the sunken kitchen, large kitchen area, and I love how, I mean, the high ceilings really just makes this super open because every room is open to the next from up above. So just a massive room, just a massive house, really open floor plan. And then this beautiful living room and just the whole wall of windows plus skylights. The natural light in this place would be crazy, would be so nice. Sliding glass doors on both sides and then out to your balcony there. So really this would be such a cool, entertaining type of house, or just a slow way of life, and you can just sit out there and soak it up. You got a hot tub on the balcony as well. And so you just get views like that throughout every room, which is absolutely amazing. So it does have its own boat dock, your own little beach. So your backyard walks right out to the waterfront. So if you're looking for some opportunities here, it will take some time, but Liberty Lake Waterfront is truly one of a kind. Now, number 7 on the list is a luxury condo here in Spokane that's sold, but it's sold off market, so I don't actually even have pictures for you. It's 2 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,100 square feet, but I wanted to show you another one that's in the building that's currently for sale at 1.8 million. It's 2,600 square feet, a 3 bedroom, 3 bath. And I just want to kind of show you what this building is. If you're not familiar with this building or where it's at, it's on the north side of the Spokane River, but like right in Riverfront Park, basically. Like you can take the walking bridges from Riverfront Park and be right at this building. It's next to the Spokane Arena right here, the Flour Mill and the Wonder Building. So completely central downtown living, and it is a really beautiful building. The condos themselves are nothing like crazy nice. Again, it's like kind of older design, but like quality materials. So just kind of classic look here, hardwood floors. The kitchen's like pretty standard though, you know, it's nothing super crazy. It's just a very large condo in a really nice location, and you would get some really cool views of the river. But I'll kind of go forward here so you can see a little bit more of where it's at. I think there's a drone shot. Yeah, it's like right on the large one of the larger waterfalls. The really big one is a little bit further down, but you have the river right there in front of you and all the amenities around this area, which is really cool. You have the walking bridge. So if being more of an urban lifestyle was for you, then this place is a very cool building overall. Number 6 on the list is I'm gonna call it the Castle on Kovi. It's very like East Coast build. It is almost 13,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 9+ bathrooms. It looks like 10 bathrooms total, 6 fireplaces, 2 family rooms. The large, wealthy houses really love their fireplaces. But this one sits on a gated 9 acres in the Hangman area again. So like I said, you're gonna start noticing that a lot of these are happening south of South Hill on the 195 area. I was just trying to get the map to load there. So this one is in that Hangman, just off that Hangman Ridge area in the Hangman Golf Course. And that other house that we looked at was just over here off the Palouse Highway. So coming down 195, Hangman Valley, there are some beautiful, beautiful houses in there. So this is definitely not like a standalone home, but this one sold for $2.5 million. And I'm just now realizing as I'm recording this that I think out of privacy, what you'll notice as well is that they will remove a lot of the photos so that you can't actually see the inside of it. So we'll just love the outside, but man, look at just the craftsmanship, the build on this, the landscaping is just hidden, completely hidden in the forest. You'd never be able to see that it's there. So I apologize, we're not able to look at any photos of it, but $2.5 million will get you 13,000 square feet on 9 acres. That's absolutely crazy. So we're moving on to the next one. Oh, and I'll correct myself before we move on. It was listed for 2.5 million. It actually sold for like 2 million. So they took about $500,000 off of the price, and it took 97 days to sell that one. They started at 3 million. So they came almost $1 million off of the price point. That's crazy. But just wanted to make sure, I was like, why are we out of order here in price point? But it actually sold for 2 million. So this next one sold for $2,050,000. It is 5,600 square feet, 4-bed, 4-bath on 20 acres. And on East Mission Avenue. So this one's going to be out towards Liberty Lake as well. It's actually just off of Rocky Hill Park. Like East Mission Ave runs through Liberty Lake and is kind of heads towards the Idaho border and just becomes like a country road. And so it is just off of, kind of interestingly, like this is just a subdivision here, and it just has 20 acres on like a private 20 acres. So this property could have very easily just become a subdivision, but it's a luxury home here. So this is like the cheapest luxury house that you could buy if you really wanted to live in Idaho, because those houses get way more expensive than on the Spokane side. And since you're only just a few minutes to Idaho on Mission, then I don't know, this would be a good compromise and to get a lot of house out of it. And apparently this house is great for the car lover. So it has like a 7+ car garage, but super dense trees throughout, which is really nice for privacy. More of classic design throughout the property. That sunken living room, the arches everywhere, more of that kind of beige color throughout the property. But really love all these skylights throughout here in this area. Large primary bedroom, looks like a great view. This is a 4-story home, so it's gonna be very high, and holy cow, that is a lot of shoes. Huge stone bathroom. The walk-in looks like a steam shower there, which is really cool. Man, that's a massive closet. That's crazy. A lot of these houses, like, we wouldn't necessarily think of them as on the inside. They're just very well built. They're not going to like modern standard or anything like that. They're just very classic designs. It's a really cool kind of living room area here. It's like a tiered system on this house. Huge wine cellar, massive right there. Second primary suite. And then this really nice deck with the view out the back here. But this is the guest house where there's an additional garage. So you have this shop here, a guest house, and the garage attached to the house. This is like a guest 2-bedroom, 1-bath kind of Airbnb setup on this property. So yeah, if you have a lot of toys, there's another garage there. So you have all of these trees in here, but you can see just like the community right here. So lots of privacy, but yeah, it's just kind of interesting. Like this property very easily could have been part of this community at some point. So it's cool that it is maintained, and it's also just easy access to everything, because there's grocery stores and stuff right in here. You got the golf course right here, so you'd actually get a lot of benefits of living in a suburban area, but with the privacy of 20 treed acres in your beautiful luxury property. Liberty Lake is right here, and Idaho is just kind of just down the road here. So that's a really cool location for that property. So we stick in Liberty Lake with another property on the shoreline that sold for 2.1 million, started just shy of 2.5 million on a 1/3 of an acre, 3,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. So you'll notice kind of how much more expensive it is just being over here on the western shore versus the north shore, because there's like small condos up here, smaller houses. There's like a manufactured home park. So that other house was kind of in the middle of like kind of a cluster of a lot of stuff. This one's following much more in line with being on South Liberty Lake Drive, a lot more luxury properties along that shoreline. So Smaller house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, but let's check out the inside here. So this property comes with 85 feet of waterfront on Liberty Lake, and looks like it's going to be a little bit more modern. This is the best part about Liberty Lake is, I mean, these truly sandy beaches, and it is really nice lake to swim in and live on. But what, man, okay, surprise in the inside. I haven't looked at this either. So full wall of windows, you're gonna get that beautiful view, more tongue and groove ceiling. Here it is from the front here. But you can see houses are pretty close together in the area, but this is like picturesque beach, in my opinion, just for how smooth it is. But a little bit more, like this would, I would say, truly kind of an older design. It's built in 1970s. It has kind of a 70s vibe to it. So if you're just reality check for purchasing on Liberty Lake is that it's $2 million to buy a home that has, I'm sure, been very well taken care of and is beautiful, but it's kind of original to what it's built as. So if you're into the 70s look, it's a great house. But nice corner kitchen here, large open concept. So you have those beautiful views. Got kind of the wood tile on the walls there in the bathroom. Big deck, but it's not like Trex deck or anything. It's just a wood deck, but you're just really just on one of the most beautiful beaches in our area. So that's really where the big money's going. Lower level living area, fireplace, probably a couple more bedrooms here, large windows. So again, I mean, this house is nice, but like if it was anywhere else, it'd be like a $500,000-$600,000 house, but it's $2 million here with the private beachfront on Liberty Lake. All right, number 3 on the list is Upper Meadow Lane. And so this again is in that kind of Hangman Valley area. As you'll see, very popular for this price point. This is 6,200 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and on 3 acres in that area. 2010 built, updated in 2022, has a pool, couple shops. So, and it's just a big house. So very private area, lots of trees, but you can see the huge shop, like art studio that they have out here, the pool, and you're just really back in the forest. Like no one's gonna even be able to see your house from anywhere. So beautiful pool, absolutely amazing. Check out this water feature into the pool as well. So that is some money. Pools are expensive to install in the Spokane area just because they're not common. It's much more affordable in places like Arizona or California to install a pool. Here, it's such a specialty thing that it is much more expensive. But wow, check that out. The windows in that building, crazy nice. Wow, look at that living room. This is the first one where I'm like, dang, that is beautiful. That is wild. Tongue and groove. I don't know what it is about these really expensive $2 million houses, but tongue and groove, they just love using up as much wood as possible. So they got to put it on the ceiling. Beautiful beams throughout, dining room, living room, large open kitchen here. But again, just more classic looks, long-term aesthetic, Wolf appliances. Got the pantry with they loved their Instant Pots and things like that. Beautiful office space. That's a really cool bookshelf. And just some absolutely gorgeous woodwork throughout this entire property. So very cool. I'm gonna skip forward, large family room, wine cellar. And then here is this is really cool. I wonder if they homeschooled their kids or anything like that, but you have the art studio, but it could be a massive garage shop area. So that was a very cool house. A lot of cool features. All right, number 2 on the list, and I think the one that sold kind of the fastest out of all of these, this is Highland Drive. And this is our first one in the Rockwood neighborhood, which is one of our very dreamy luxury areas on the South Hill in Spokane. So it is just off of Rockwood Avenue on 21st, which is one of the most beautiful streets in all of the city. Just absolutely amazing houses all throughout there. But this house also has a living space above the garage, originally built in 1927, and it's actually on the historic register. It has 7 heating and cooling zones. So 7 areas in the house that could be individually heated and cooled, which is incredible. And there's a fire suppression system in the property as well. And they spared no expense living in Spokane, heated front steps, patio, driveway, walkways, and there's a private gate as well. So they are not shoveling snow at all. But look at this house. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is like, yeah, your quintessential beautiful South Hill home, but just absolutely epic. Huge house. There's kind of 4 floors to this house. There's the historic register. So when it's on the historic register, they especially to the exterior, can't make any specific changes, or they have to go talk to the historic register if they want to do any specific changes. So this house is very classic, crown molding throughout. You get the huge crown moldings as well. Beautiful refinished hardwood floors, massive fireplace, but more just antique looking. Like this bathroom vanity, that is awesome. The wallpaper, the cabinetry throughout, much more of a classic traditional look to it, but lots of built-ins. The woodwork is just gorgeous in this property. So like they really took care of this property, but again, much more classic finishes. I think there's a 60-inch oven. They do have the modern pot filler though, so that's nice. But even some of these looks are kind of coming back nowadays too. So you got the bench under the window there, very classic traditional look, and in another bedroom as well. But this house is even on a boiler system still, which you see pretty regularly on the South Hill. So they use radiators for heating. Great entertainment room, huge billiards room up there. And I think this is the space above the garage, but it looks like just an amazing, like a beautiful office space. Anything, it could be used for Airbnb, office, anything like that. So this is absolutely amazing as well. And finally, the most expensive home sale here in the Spokane, Washington area for 2023 is this property on Falcon Point Court. So this was the actual People's Choice Award winner for the Fall Festival of Homes. And it's located just outside of Eagle Ridge in the Latah Valley. So, but again, South Spokane off of 195, Hangman Valley's down here. It's up in the Latah Valley, not technically in Eagle Ridge, but just on the outskirts of it. But this was brand new, custom built in 2021, and it is freaking crazy. So you're up on the hill here, you're looking over, this is Highway 195 here. So you're looking, there's houses down here, but you're just looking over the top of everything. This is the South Hill, and this is the Bluff. You can go hiking. There's a hiking area in here. So the sunset views, really this would be sunrise, and then you have sunset on this side. Eventually there will be a house built right here, and I think there's 2 more vacant lots in that area. So you'll have a neighbor that gets the sunsets, and you'll be looking at the sunrises. But yeah, this is more of that classic modern design, black and white, angled roofing, the combination of the vertical siding with the brick. We see this a lot. But they really did, absolutely amazing job. More tongue and groove. I think literally every house that we were able to look at had tongue and groove. But man, yeah, super wide open concept. I'm loving this upper windows. I've seen this in a handful of the new construction, luxury new construction. Gives a sense of privacy, but also lets in all that modern natural light. And then you got the wall of windows out here, all on sliders, so you can do real indoor-outdoor type feel in this property. I really love how the kitchen is placed in this property, kind of this center room. So it allows it to kind of be separate, be a kitchen. That's kind of the downside of open concepts. Like your kitchen's messy a lot, so it's kind of nice to have it pressed back a little bit. But there's matching, I think there's both refrigerators, matching mirrored refrigerators that match all the cabinetry, huge waterfall island, and then the stone, solid stone, I think marble backsplash here is incredible. Gold fixtures throughout this property, double dishwasher. I think it's interesting that they made one kind of blend in with the cabinetry and one not, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken there. But large stove range, it's really cool design there. Walk-in pantry, I love the kind of unfinished look here, or just kind of a geometric look. Got the candy drawers. That's a good pantry. That is a kid's pantry right there. But beautiful views from the master bedroom looking over, and this primary bathroom is absolutely amazing. Like this chandelier, huge light bulb chandelier, the tub, double rain shower. Like this thing is, and this could be a steam shower, it looks like, or it has this opening, so if you wanted to put some glass here and make it a real steam shower, you could do that. Yeah, it's super cool. Gym in the house, entertainment room. It's just, it's really cool. So if you like black, white, and gold, this is your property. I like this kind of clamshell. I don't know, I can't remember what they call this tile, but really nice. And I like when the faucets are coming out of the wall. That's really cool as well. Overall, this one's just, yeah, like this one kind of gets at you for just all the modern trendiness of it, but it is really beautifully done as well. I'm really liking when the new construction guys, this pink tile has been coming back as well. A modern pink tile. I've seen this in a handful of builds recently, and it's very cool. So that is the top 10 list for Spokane 2023. And I was mistaken earlier. This one was the fastest sold. It sold in 3 days for cash at the asking price, $2.3 million. So congrats to that. The sellers, the agent on that one, that's an amazing sale. So what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Do you think these houses are worth it? Are the price points in Spokane? Should any house be selling over $1 million in Spokane? Let me know down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And if you're interested in moving to Spokane, whether it's for $1 million or for $300,000, please use the link down below in the description to schedule a meeting on my calendar at a time that's convenient for you. I'd love to help you out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.